Welcome to another podcast, Leadership Shift. Like I said earlier in our last podcast and previous ones, it's important that you check our podcast out as it comes out regularly. Many leadership principles that will change your life are embedded in those materials. Now, today we'll talk about empathy. Now, the reason why we talk about empathy is because you can't actually demonstrate true leadership without empathy. There is no authentic leadership without empathy. So, question is, what is empathy? Empathy is the ability to understand and to share the feelings of another person. So you understand the position of somebody and you share the feelings of another person. So if someone is going through a challenge, you are able to put yourself inside that person's shoes and know what that person is going through. Now, the inspiration behind leadership is this. You are able to see somebody's challenge and you say, let me solve that person's problem. Let me see how I can be of service to this person so that the person's problem can be solved. That's one of the reasons why we started scholarship scheme. When we went to secondary schools, we found out that after talking to the students and telling about leadership, we found out that some intelligent students and their parents don't have the capacity to pay. So they are smart, they are intelligent, they have potentials, but their parents do not have the financial capacity. So because of that, we had empathy on them. We wanted to solve their problems. So we started scholarship scheme. So far we have been putting some of the students on scholarship so that we can pay their fees. So that will not hinder their progress in life, whatever they want to achieve in life.
Hello, my name is Atitebi Damilola. I attend Compact International School. Thank you for giving me scholarship and God bless you.
That's the same reason why we also distribute personal development materials and books to them, because we found out that they are being limited by their knowledge of the academic work. But there are many other things that they can acquire, skill they can acquire, knowledge they can acquire that will be of benefit to them in life situations. So we distribute personal development materials so that problem can be solved. So I'm just going to leave empathy. So empathy is that you see somebody is going through a challenge. You are feeling for that person and you respond with care and compassion. That's one of the things that is lacking in many leadership structure today. So leadership is not just a tool. It's not just a position. You are actually dealing with human beings, people that have feelings, people that have real challenges, people that are limited by circumstances of life. So empathy has three major forms. In empathy, you have cognitive empathy, whereby you are able to understand the thoughts of the people, what they are going through. You're understanding the way they are thinking. You put yourself in their place on their thought pattern. Then there is one of emotional empathy, where you feel what they feel, and you know the challenge you are going through. You can feel it. You are not the challenge, but you can feel what they are going through. So you put yourself in that position and you are able to solve their problem. Now, there's also compassionate empathy, where you take action to help. Now, why is it that we are doing leadership events? It's compassionate empathy because we looked at our country, Nigeria, we look at Africa, there is large deficiency of good leadership. And we said, okay, if the country is going to change in some few years to time, or in a few years to come, what can we do today that will solve the problem? If Africa is going to change as regards to leadership in a few years to come, what can we do today to solve the problem? Because why? If we not solve the problem of leadership, the deficiency of good leadership, in future we'll still find ourselves in a worse situation. Because what you invest into the young people today is what you get later in the future. That's the harvest you get. That's the result you get. So to change the result, you change what you impute into the society. So that's how we started Teen Leadership Events. The reason for Teen Leadership Events is because we have empathy for our nation, for our environment, for our society, and we want to bring up great leaders that will change their world. So you have learned something about empathy today. Look at your world. Look at your environment. What are they feeling? What are they going through? What are the challenges? What is the help? What can you render? How can you provide service? How can you do something about their situation that become better? You may not have a lot, but you may have something to start with. Are you hearing me? Now, I'd like you to comment on the podcast and let us know what you have learned from today's podcast on empathy. Till another leadership shift, stay with us and always give us your feedback. Thank you.